Hello there, and welcome back. Since we did last time, we were talking about creating a hybrid culture. We're going to continue with that. But I've done some testing too, and it turns out that my idea of creating a, Britannia, Scandinavia, and potentially Southern Baltic, well, the coastline, maybe Poland as well, type of empire will fail when we turn feudal, because of a few things. The first thing is very simple. It's the fact that it's too big. I can't use Scandinavian Elective, the game will be lagging for the rest of eternity. Scandinavian Elective gives everyone an opportunity to vote. So if I want to use Scandinavian Elective, I'm going to have to create a smaller empire. For instance, say the Emperor of Britannia I could use. I could also create a custom empire with, smaller countries. In this case, I could create an empire with, say, Frisia, Brittany, and Wales to, create a tiny empire. Or we could, go Bohemia, Great Moravia, Poland, but we'll probably have to do that in a different game. We could also go Sardinia, Crete, Cyprus to, cheese it even further. But in general, I don't think that's going to work out. So currently, we are mainly in control of most of Great Britain, the Great British Isles. And what I'm thinking is, honestly, that we are going to give ourselves full control over that area. We will not, because of how the laws work, we will not be giving any of our children direct access to, any direct titles. We'll have to sort that out as we go. But the conquest over here in the east will probably be stopped. Now, I'm thinking that what I could do is take, the 10 thrones to get the Dynasty of Many Crowns. It doesn't tell you how many, how many you need. So, can you tell me all the requirements? I believe it's 10, but still, if they haven't changed it, but I would assume it's 10. Dynasty of Many Crowns is also a really nice buff. But I don't think we're going to go for that on this character. Maybe, maybe not. But what I'm thinking that we will do is something slightly different. We will still stick with Scandinavian Elective. But what we will do is completely uproot everyone in the Great British Isles. And what I mean by that is I'm going to revoke everything. We're going to reform our fate after I have, given everything back. And we're probably going to give Norway and quite possibly Denmark its independence at some point. But we are going to create the crown of, the crown of Britain. We are going to do, some mean things to them. So with that in mind, we'll also just increase this right away. We could go right away, but as you can see here, the cost is another 2,300 because we're breaking the authority cooldown. So we'll wait until we can increase it again, until we get to the point where titles can be revoked. And that's when we will start doing some, excuse me, got a hiccups. Interesting stuff. So I think because we're playing Royal Court, and I don't want to turn this into a world conquest game, which kind of is what I'm on the path of doing now, to some degree. Tribal is easy, going feudal is hard. So what I am thinking is, again, that we should probably try and make money by doing wars, doing raids, that sort of thing. But what we really should be doing also is, again, cleanse the idols, make proper dukedoms, and have this as my main source of income, my main source of manpower, and generally just set that up to be good. We'll keep Norway, we'll keep Denmark, we'll keep Sweden as basically, well, we'll subjugate Sweden. We'll get to that later. But we'll keep them, but we won't really use them. If they rise up in rebellion, so be it. So I think we are going to purge as soon as the tribal authority, breaking authority cooldown goes down. I don't know how long it is, 5 years, 10 years? One of the two. We're currently 53, so we have plenty of time to mess around with. I think we'll wait and do it like that. Again here, we could probably keep on doing conquests, but in general, I just feel like there isn't too much of a point to that. Again, giving my son titles wasn't a good idea because of how succession is going to work. But the second reason also why we are, excuse me, changing course is because with the new court, royal court mechanics, when you get a feudal government. Depending on the size of your empire, they will have expectations of your court. And your vassals and everyone else will expect your court to have a certain level of grandeur, which is actually how it works in the game. You have court grandeur as a, a measurement of how good your court is. Or, how splendid it is, how, wealthy, take any metric you want, but it's basically how good your court is. And your court always starts at, I believe, 2.5, 25 points out of 100. But here's the thing. In the test game that I did, where I took basically all of this, what I meant, basically all of this, your kingdoms, Pomerania, Poland, Lithuania, basically all of this. The recommended court grandeur, or required court grandeur, was 90 out of 100. And since I wasn't close to that, I got an incredible malice with all my vassals of minus 60. So you can imagine that when I go feudal at the end of my character's life, if I'm in the same situation with such a huge empire and probably not a lot of men and money, we will get utterly demolished. Like the empire will fall apart right then and there. So what we are going to do is make a smaller one. We're going to stick to Britain. I'm going to use Britain as the base here for this game, and we're just going to work from there. Now, with that in mind, we are still going to reform Fate. We are not going to form the Kingdom of the North Sea. Although we probably could. We will be able to. We will not do this either. I am not too worried about the Founding Holy Order, so we don't need to worry about that. We will not be doing this. What we will be doing is adopt feudal ways, and the reason for that is, as you can see here, absolute tribal authority is one, organized fate is one, 70% of all military and civil tribal era innovations. It's actually super easy. We can do that right now, instantly. And the way to do that is what we were talking about last episode, the hybridization of culture. So in this case, we're going to form a hybrid culture of Anglo-Saxon and Norse into the Anglo-Norse. So we're going to be North Germanic, we're going to speak Norse. Martial will be for men only. But we will be bureaucratic, so that we are allowed to actually form this hybrid culture. So as you can see here, we switch it from men at arm cost and levy to a focus on development growth, lifestyle experience, and cultural fascination progress. We also need to pick traditions to bring with us, and here is where things get a little bit interesting. So for Thingmead and Vit and Nagamot, they're basically the same thing. But this one allows you to use Saxon elective succession law. Now, Saxon elective basically means that your children and powerful vassals within the realm are potentially, can be elected for the title. So we could try that, but I feel like that is, it's good if you have a huge empire, then it could be good. But I would like to, in the most cases, choose, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, that sort of thing. So I think we will stick with Scandinavian elective. If you want to see the differences between the two, you can just add a law here. Hide this for a little bit. Saxon elective, vassals, ruler, and all direct adult to your vassals, 1 or 2 ranks below the title, can nominate a heir, most powerful vassal amongst them, the ruler's legitimate children, and any other valid claimant. Scandinavian elective is, again, more the same. The ruler's extended family and any available claimants. Extended family is cousins, uncles, aunts, nephews, and nieces. I believe this also goes down a few. I don't know. Let's just see. The other thing that we could do is try and get Tanistry, but that means we need to, I believe, go with the Irish. I believe the Irish culture, that is, has a way of getting Tanistry. No? Gaelic is them? I don't remember where I'm supposed to find it, but I guess we won't be doing that. So we have to choose between the Saxon one and the Scandinavian one. We'll give the Scandinavian one a go. If it doesn't work, we'll just remove the Scandinavian succession law and change it. But as you can also see, by doing this, we gain 4 innovations for free. And that basically puts us over the limit to being able to feudalize. So we'll do that. Now, as I was saying here, we'll go with Tingmeat because it's easy. Malleable Innovators is something that we will keep because it makes it easy in future to, form another hybrid. Herds or Coastal Warriors is what we have to choose between. So herds give Cultural Fascination negative. They give Knights, though. Strong trait is more common. Strong is, really good to have. But we're going to stick with Coastal Warriors because it allows us to keep our, the strong trait is still more common. So doesn't matter. We get rid of the debuff and we get more men-at-arms. So, well, more types of men-at-arms to choose from. Like it. With that, we have two more traditions to choose. We're not going to pick this. We're not going to pick this. City Keepers. We can construct guilds in cities one era early. City holdings give more popular opinion per level. Rulers of this culture are more likely to construct city holdings. Architect provides a prestige bonus. We also cut down on city buildings construction time. Honestly, I don't feel like we need this one. Northern Stars is still good for prestige and piety, so we'll stick with that one. And as you can see here, characters of this culture may become shield maidens. Crimes by characters that you cannot imprison and who aren't your liege may be settled by single combat. Craven trait gains multi prestige, and we gain an extra knight. So we'll pick this for now. We'll probably switch this one out later. It's the one most likely to get switched out. But generally, I think this will be okay. All but 3 vassals will convert, and these are all Catholics. Anglo-Saxons, so that's fine. Yeah, we will form a hybrid culture. The Anglo-Norse hybridization, spurred on by positive relations and increased cultural exchange, the Anglo-Saxon and Norse peoples have grown increasingly close over the years. Now, individuals from these societies have begun to view themselves as not one or the other, but as both, simultaneously. A new Anglo-Norse culture. Norse traditions and values form the backbone of this new culture, while various Anglo-Saxon attributes have been adapted and integrated to meet the needs of the new society. With the Anglo-Norse people now looking to me for guidance, time to set the stage for a shared future. I actually made a mistake here. If you wonder what I meant, the Neo-Norwegian. Okay, so this would be create a completely new culture. Aesthetics are Anglo-Norse, as you can see here. So I think that's fine. Yeah. We could pick other aesthetics, as you can see, if you want to create a new one. Traditions, we could also switch those out, but again, I wouldn't be too worried about it. Industrious. 5 development growth when a building is constructed. Is that also when it's upgraded? But yeah, this wasn't what I wanted to do. It was create a new hybrid. So as you can see here, if we go here now, I forgot to do aesthetics. But that's fine. Currently, we're most likely going to use names from both Anglo-Saxon and Norse culture, which is okay by me. We currently have architecture of the non-European and continental European, so we stole their clothes, basically. Norse and Anglo-Saxon. So I didn't do this properly, which of course is a problem, but it should be okay. We'll also try and again steal the French culture because they have a very interesting one called chivalry. Successfully executing a romance scheme gives renown, so it's a way to power level your renown to some degree. But we can't do that now. I made the Anglo-Saxon culture. It's a bit wrong, but I can live with it. Aesthetics will take a bit of a hit, maybe, but honestly, it's fine. Now, as I was saying, we are going to stop doing what we are doing. We're going to stop the conquests. We're going to most likely purge all of this sooner rather than later. Probably later, because we need to vassalize this. We need to conquer Ireland as well, and try and put them in under, our rulers. But generally, the conquests in the east here will cease. I might do, some attacks to try and nab things, but generally, I don't think there is a big need for it. Honestly, I should also take the opportunity to learn the language of Anglic. So again, you choose that on the person. Learning languages, I believe, makes it easier to, be friendly with the locals. But yeah, we'll have to consider just how big we want our empire to be and how we want to handle this because, again, we need one more holy site. We have 4. We need one more. There's also one all the way over here, which, as you can expect, It's not something we will take. So it lied with this one or this one. But again, we're planning to take Sweden anyway, so we'll probably end up with that one. Stewardship per level of devotion, though, is good. Like, my level of devotion is religious icon, so it would give me 5 stewardship. I'll have to consider if we want to maybe take just that. But, yeah, things aren't things haven't necessarily developed in our favor, I guess you could say. But we are going to do a revoke spree. We're not going to do the North Sea Empire. If I'd known this a little bit earlier, I should run the test before I started recording, honestly, but I was too excited with new DLC. So we will be doing again some things here. These guys can just stay, honestly, because it counts. But when I reform the religion, I'm planning to remove Warmonger. Here's the thing: offensive war opinion is still happening, and what I mean by this is very, very simple. These guys might not have it right now as a malice, but if I switch over the religion to remove Warmonger, these will flip. So the offensive opinion will become apparent, and in a game where I basically spent the first 50 years of war, that was 300 when I reformed the religion. So meaning that if I reform religion and remove the war, because we're probably going to be a bit peaceful, I don't want to be forced to go to war, even though the other things here are really good. We will most likely end up with a huge malice on most of our current vassals. That's why we will be doing the purge, and then we will give them new counties, and then we will try to give them the vassals. I will probably have to test this too, off stream, not off stream, off recording. But we'll see how that pans out, if it works or not. It should, but can never be too careful, eh? Now with that in mind, we will continue this war. I'll finish this war, and then we can do some worrying from there. The achievement has been locked, converging parts, from creating a hybrid culture. Apparently we captured a bunch of people. My child has died. Ingvar has died in battle. Yep. Okay, let us go ahead here and handle the prisoners. We're gonna go into switch our focus onto getting money. The rest we're gonna execute again, so yeah. Peasant lot is to serve the Lord. Bells in my country. This has been a very long battle, honestly. We took our foe hostage, but hopefully he has money. He doesn't have all the money, but he has a decent amount. Let us send this army to deal with the rebels. Hopefully. And at the same time, we will split our other armies up here to siege the last pieces of land here. And we'll have the main one do this one. Just finish it off. Then we will hunt down the enemy armies. 2 gold, then you become piety. Again, piety. Honestly, I should have just used them to end the war, but, you know, not clever, so I didn't. Okay, so we no longer have any prisoners. We can enforce demands on 2 of these. So be it. This is my son, but I'm probably gonna take that county from him because of how, you know, inheritance works. So we'll have to find someone else to hand these things over to. And I'll just hand everything over to this one, I think. It makes my life a bit simpler. Because this area is most likely going to either become free, gain its independence, or otherwise be, you know, a pain in my butt. So we'll just have to deal with things as they appear. Horse enthusiast, no one rides my horse but me. That is what we'll always be going with. We capture the chiefess, we'll take her money. And yeah, basically now we'll be aiming to just earn a lot of money so that we have some when we become feudal. Mostly to handle the court costs until, you know, we basically get to the end, if you will. We've dealt with the rebel and forced demands. There we go. This should be okay. Go into this. Dagmar sounds as I pace around the horse-skin totem facing her quarters, inspecting from every angle. She's right, it's definitely anything pole, a powerful curse that threatens her very life. The runes carved into his haft are indecipherable. The actual text of the curse twists and worms back in on itself repeatedly, ending on a note of hastily scrolled rage. We have no witness and no evidence save the curse pole itself. This smacks of perhaps Ulfur, Saga. I get a weak hook. This lady here, she's already possessed, honestly. So, okay, she failed. Well, we failed. I'll be honest. But as I said, the goal here is very simple. We'll end the sieges here, and we'll work from there. And I'll have to make a decision how I want to handle this, because we will have a bunch of rebellions. And again, we have to do this towards the end of my character's life, so that too does cause some problems. See, prisoner, are you valuable? You are. Stole his mace, 3 prowess, that's pretty okay. Let's enforce demands. And let's see, it's all part of the same except for this one. You are a duke. Honestly, he became the Duke of Louds. Let's just give him this too. I'm too lazy. And I'll also grant him the vassal in between his lands. There we go. Now, again, as I said, we will probably have to deal with a lot of enemies when I start doing this. So I think what we'll do is just subjugate Sweden. Just get it out of the way. We will not be doing this. And we will not be doing these. They're nice events, but currently we are too busy to, you know, worry about them. A vanquished foe. Put it in Bedford. And let's see here. Again, we want our council to actually be doing stuff. So we can start converting Bedford. We can start promoting culture in the lands that we need. And also, the control is 100 there, so I don't need him to do anything. Now, how are you feeling about a war? I have a truce with you. Let's see here. 3 years with the... and 3 years with Petty King of Alfred. Okay. So basically what that means is we have 3 years to conquer Sweden. So we might as well just get started. I'll give it a couple of months here to recover some of our troops. Sweden just had a huge rebellion. Okay, we'll let them fight while we recover. We could also, as I was saying, or not saying, thinking earlier, what we could do is try and get the, you know, Dynasty of Many Thrones. Especially here down south, there's a lot of small kingdoms. Let's say Brittany, Navarra, Sardinia, Crete, Cyprus. That would be 5. Bohemia and Great Moravia. Those are also 2. That's 1 duchy. That's 2 duchies. What else do we have that we can take that's small? Jerusalem? Nah. But yeah, we do have some problems on our hands here, mostly just because I don't know how I want to play this. The experiments that I did just put me into such a Like, it feels that no matter what I do here, it will go wrong. Unless I just fall back, which is troublesome. Heritable. Granddaughter. We have another genius for him? Yeah, it doesn't look like it, so... we could try and match these two. There is, of course, a chance of the children being not the greatest, but it's just how things be. You actually have both of those perks. It's too long between them. Let us go ahead and just do this. It's okay. I don't care about alliances. Can lawfully imprison him. Yeah, again, we're just gonna keep on gaining, you know, imprisonment rules and things like that until the end. But with this, we can also start doing some, you know, just finishing off Ireland is something we could do here. Create our own counts. So honestly, I'll just do that. Let's finish off Ireland, let's finish off the mainland. Because at this point, there's really nothing else to do. And I'm saying this like, not to be negative or anything, it's just the truth. I don't have anything in particular that I can do if I want to carry out this strategy. All I need to do is just take control over Great Britain, cleanse it, and then we'll figure out what we do in Norway and Denmark and Sweden. Because right now it's not really a concern, if you will. Capture someone? We'll turn them into piety. The second reason also why I want to cleanse before I, you know, reform Asatru is because it'll make them more, you know, accepting of it, which will make my realm more peaceful in the long run. And also what I'm considering is seeing if I can use Scandinavian elective to force my realm into, you know, picking a young king again. Because if we could do that, go pay 50 gold for the horse. Because if we could do that, we could continue on the path that we've been walking so far, basically. So again, it comes down to what I want to do and how I want to do it. Well, we might actually just end up like keep on fighting wars on the basis that it's helpful. Loud reader for 10 years. So apparently I'm struggling with language. Please don't stop reading, the servant's giggle. He was just about to show his amorous lips. We need to know if the king and the sorcerer end up together, or if that leech egg has between them again. Am I reading something lewd? Skitter? Gods, read me up this blessed book. Quoting guest opinion plus 10. Has entertained the court with interesting loud reading. I'll cost me some prestige. You dare laugh at me, flog 'em all. Oh, well, I suppose it's educational in a sense. Erotic novel connoisseur. Scheme power, scheme success chance. What? What? Guys, honestly, we'll go with this one because it's helpful, but still, that's an interesting way of phrasing it. The force demands on these two. Can grant to, you know, a noble of the Anglo-Norse culture. And I believe this just creates a random ruler, but he's still good, so it's fine. So we can just use this if we don't want to, you know, get into problems. It'll just generate one for us. I don't know if it costs money. I assume it doesn't, but we'll have a look. Then again, also the vassal limit. That's also why I'm considering just releasing these guys in the south. So, yeah, we'll have to see what we do. Mecklenburg, my player heir. Which, again, is problematic because of the things that I said earlier. So we'll just do this. Your land, I will grant you Schleswig. I am perfectly fine with you being a large Yaldom. That should help a little bit, but then again we have Kent here, which I also guess I could create. "45. You are a god among men again, so... Oh. Yaldom of Kent, there we are. This should help with the, you know, well, some of the problems at least. We'll also go for Leinster. Or Leinster. Pronunciation of the Irish lands is not my forte. But yeah, we are going to just, again, finish our own lands. And we could vassalize Sudrea, or we could, you know, revoke his titles. It's one of those weird ones. But we are going to most likely revoke everyone's titles in this area anyways. That's just a fact, because we want to get rid of the malice. So it's again one of those weird ones. We're gonna be very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Terrible towards the end here. But it's better to have more counts as your vassals than dukes at some point, honestly. I will find my answer in the heavens. This is a learning lifestyle thing again. We still have Leinster, so might as well just conquer it. But it's two, it's two dukedoms, Insular and Irish. No, that won't work. Truce is still not here. Let's take care of the Mun here. Conquer County. Yeah, I'm a bit sad that the big plan wouldn't work. Basically, I would bleed so much money and cause me so much problems that I should that it would cause me a lot of problems. I could send a letter to him, but we are still, you know, evil. So we learned the language. We feel accomplished. We have learned the language, and I'll also learn the French language. I can learn that, so we will learn that. Because we do want to get close to their culture to steal the chivalric ideas in about 50 years. So, it's not too surprising, I hope. Still have an antiquarian, good. "12 months until we can start with the second attack. Well, let us sway this man so that we can just peacefully vassalize him. Might as well. And hopefully we will seduce a wife. Oh. I work fast. As soon as we start seducing, we start the scheme. Does that... Okay, that cancels out my sway scheme though, so... A bit problematic, but it should be okay. Capture the Jarl. Can of course take his money. This is actually really good, you know, holding, all things considered, as you can see. It's pretty well upgraded. And I think we're going to keep this, because the plan again is to take ECX. This is 5 holdings. This is, again, a single dukedom, so could create a merchant republic later on it, but so we'll hold on to that, honestly. We'll hold on to it, it's good. Which means also we need to, you know, convert it, but that's fine. Now you... I want to get rid of. Purely to make the map look prettier. There's no other reason, really. We're only going to use the, you know, our main troops again. Small but meaningful. Not every gift has to be a grand statement of wealth. Smaller things can make a far greater impression. Silver locket, stuffed fox, flower display. She is beautiful. She is also a fortune builder. Silver locket, I guess, maybe? Oh, it gains budding interest, scheme success chance. That's pretty good. I believe that puts us over max chance though, so something I can live with. Matrilineal. We'll take this, man. It makes it so that it will be upgraded to genius, or should be. Can unlock a new perk. Hopefully we can get to healthy and whole of body before my guy dies. Naked court. They can, they can complain all they want. Cradled by death? My queen has died. And my son was a stillborn. What have I done to deserve this? That's actually really sad. But with that, we can now go back to swaying this man. Alright, we need to find a new wife. So, let's have a look here. Genius, if possible. You have Great Pox. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no. Sorry. Let's see. I guess we could try with Fecund here. Just to get more children out of my dynasty. I wish there was a way to turn these off. I probably need to go and have a look. Am I the one that names my great-grandson? He's actually good stat-wise, so we'll put a pin on him. And see if we can somehow, make him into the leader. He's learned Norse, impressive. His vain attempt at getting glory is laughable. We'll do that. Because I'm very, very mean. Nah, it's because it's just the easiest way of doing things. We'll just split these guys up for sieging. It should be fine. Courage. Always courage or ferocity. Now, the question is... Oh, diligent training? We'll take the chance to lose stress. You're basically spending time with the horse. Let's see it. What goes first? The 250s versus the 325s. We might also start doing some raiding and try and steal some stuff here. From the royal court of other rulers. So I think that's what we'll actually do. We'll go raiding, but not for the sake of, raiding. Vassal limit +8, that's actually pretty good. But this is what we want to nab. This is really nice. Letter from the Pope? Okay. Powerful Vassal Counselor. Masterwork book, The Metaphysical. Learning lifestyle experience, okay. But yeah, we're gonna go through some of the biggest courts. We're gonna steal some stuff. I wonder what the Pope has in his court. Less papal tiara. You have the title of papacy. Okay, so I could steal it, but it would just give me prestige, so it's not worth it. I could do it to mess with him. He does not have any court artifacts. He doesn't have a court, I assume. How about the Venetians? Oh, they don't have a court either. Calling tapestry. Tyranny bonus could actually be good. Okay, so I guess the Byzantine court maybe has something fun. Yes, no artifacts in its inventory. The Pentapyrigion. Prestige, renown, vassal opinion, levy contribution, court grandeur. Crown of Justinian. Domain limit and vassal limit. Okay. Requirements for this is Christian. Macedon dynasty banner. Yeah. If we can nab the Pentapyrigion here, and of course the Crown of Justinian, we would be very happy. Guess we should take a look at what, interesting things we can steal from other courts. Fine chest, and Hera Muhammad. Now the thing is, if I steal all this, I probably can't, What's the word? Sustain it. Oh. Ah, again, something I need to be a fate to use. Holy Banner of Muhammad. I do not fulfill the requirements. Spear of the Prophet. I do not fulfill the requirements. The Famed Book. A small health boost. From a book. I believe I could place down 2 of these. Oh yeah, it's book. It's being showcased. Like so. Hmm. Let's have a look in India quick. I got curious, sorry. I know that I'm getting very, very sidetracked right now. But it's just so interesting to have a look at these things. It's the house banner. Wait. Where's the book of... Is there only Crusader Kings 2 there's a book of knowledge? What's it called? Not this one. Not that one. Okay, it's not those. I wanted to take you to, you know, the book where you can search up anything. See if I could find some artifacts there. But just this in itself, King Ludwig's battle axe, pursuit efficiency and prowess, the advantages as well, pretty good. Doesn't have anything for his court though. I guess starting at a later age would be better for royal court. Oh, Spear of Destiny. We can just nab that to nab that. Crown of Thorns. Could also nab that to nab that. I guess the French is who we're going after then. Trinket, the Pressed Orchid, Fertility and Prestige. Yeah, I guess we're going after the Frenchies. I don't know who else might have something good. The Spanish? A worn language manual. Again, it's not something that's super good. Spouse opinion plus 10. Renown plus 12. Okay. They have some interesting stuff here, honestly. But most of it is basic. I wonder if I can get a way to upgrade some of my artifacts down the line. But that doesn't matter for now. We're going to wait until the truce with these are up, and then we're going to continue. And again, we're going to play slower. That's the best way I can describe it. It's going to cost me more, probably, to play slower like this, but I have a hope that it will pay off to some degree. I don't think so. I don't agree with you. Sorry, man. We have won the siege up north. There we go. We can now enforce demands. And I'm just gonna give him everything, even though he already has land somewhere else. Oh, okay, never mind. He is. I thought it was this one. Actually meant this place right here in Norway. But never mind. He has all of Iceland to himself now. He can have fun with that. Why am I losing so much prestige? It's because of my men of arms. Yeah. But prestige is, you know, relative. We might want to get rid of these guys and replace them with onagers. There we go. And the reason why we want to do this is very simple. We are gonna raid the French. So let us raise them as raiders. Let's see here. I'm gonna try and steal that crown. Oh, sorry. Some of his court artifacts, just in preparation. Raise men at arms here. And then we will turn on the raider flag. Always raid. We can have 202 gold with us, so we're gonna just do that. We're gonna go to the French. Oh, we're gonna raid them. That's why we... No, wait. I made a bad call. How long will I have to wait? I became infirm? That's not good. That's actually really bad. That's actually really, really bad. The reason why we're waiting here is for the onagers to supply, but apparently they won't while we're raiding. Let us just wait for the onagers to supply. We might also deal with these guys at the same time. Honestly, I'll let my horse spend the last of the days quietly. But Infirm is not really... I didn't expect to get that. It's not good. El Eva, well, me, of course. Differences is fate. They will pray to the gods. We are going to have to speed up the process, and we will be dealing with the rebellious elements pretty quickly. Stop the villain behind us. As soon as we can go up on tribal authority, we will. Can also declare war here. Conquer dukedom. We will. We will wait to declare war on this guy. We'll just do it afterwards. But that came as a bit of a surprise to me, honestly. The infirm part. This will be a bit overkill, but that's fine too. I also shouldn't have gotten involved in the battle, to be fair. Better contract, you will find no deal here, Frere. Yeah, we won't change his contract that easily. Go help see to this. No, thank you. Again, most of the concubines they offer aren't, you know, good. They don't have any of the inheritable traits I'm looking for. So, I'll just say no. It's just easy that way. But if we have now infirm, we have a severe, you know, penalty to everything. We might very well have to start changing things around a bit. Let's have the regular troops stand down. And we will start revoking titles when our tribal authority will allow it. I would like to know how long that cooldown is. It just says breaking authority cooldown. How long is that authority cooldown? When can I do it again? It doesn't, like, that is so annoying. Like, it tells me, oh, you're breaking the law. What law? Please! I'm trying to be a good citizen. What laws am I breaking? Please, tell me. And the game just laughs you in your face. That's basically how it feels. So someone else finished off Scotland, so that's fine. Let us raise the men at arms here. And we will allow 2 months more for onagers to, you know, get recruited. Now you are now a raiding party, and you will go raid the French. Question, did they steal some of your stuff? No. The thing we're after from the French is the skull cap, honestly. Anything else is just, you know, bonus. And I have a big hope here that we get to healthy before my guy dies. Because that should keep him alive until we, you know, deal with the rebellion. Can we not raid here? Is that it? Yeah, we're losing, you know, a lot of troops. I don't think it's worth it, honestly. We will go back home. We didn't make a positive amount of money. Crown can't go punished guards. Yeah, I think raiding isn't for us. We'll probably do wars to try and steal what we want, rather than raiding. So that's fine because we don't need the prestige either. How are you doing, old man? You're almost done. I'm already scheming to sway him. My daughter, genius, good. could fight other wars. That is a possibility here, but with the income we have, there's not really a point. I could fight, you know, smaller wars with just prestige. That we could do. I need one of these stones. That is true. We could do it. Please enter, deposit the gold on your left. Why, surely you have more to give. Go with this one. It's fine. Now, again, we will promote culture over here. We will also increase control. And I will have to keep an eye out for when this one becomes viable again. Yeah, perhaps I should keep the diplomatic interests. There we are. He accepted the offer of vassalization. And with this, we can now start, you know, purging. Put them all in holy fire. Because we are going to purge a lot of the lands here. I'm gonna go unpunished. Very well, you may duel. Hug me, oh no, you shall fight me. I might become wounded. Asking alone is courage enough. Shield Maiden laughable. Yeah, she'll get it for free, so sure, asking is courage enough. Rapasha's Blackguard. Trial of my dynasty. Basically, what I just need my guy to do now is to live for a while. And that will make me happy. You actually have give me 3 children. Oh, you have 3 children. You give me 1. Okay, I see. That was my bad. My misunderstanding. It's not important to you, yeah. You are correct on that. We'll just stick to courage. Can learn a new one. Good. We might actually make it here. Infirm is bad, but it's not, you know, condemning too hard. It hurts me in a lot of ways, honestly, but it's okay. We can handle it. We will just go for the stress loss, as usual. We do on tank meets. Authority cooldown. I need to check how long it is. It might be 10 years. I'm gonna have to decline. Thank you, though. Lines about legacy. I can see this is truly heartfelt. We'll take that. Poem is lauded. Do you want to become my vassal? With low feudal obligations? No. I'm not his rightful liege. So, let's see here. If I were to... Well, honestly, we could just declare war on him. You are also true Norse. You are also true Norse. Okay. I am 1 direct vassal above the limit. Let's get time moving again. I'm just going to alt tab quickly and ask how long the tribal authority cooldown is. Every 10 years? Okay. It's not worth it. Yeah, it's not worth it. We'll save the money. Scheme in court, we must stop the villain. Honestly, just saving money like this in place, though, is probably okay. Conquering other lands would be good. We are going to have to fight Sweden, though. I kind of forgot about that. The reason why we're going to have to fight Sweden is actually very, very simple. They hold a holy site, and we need 1 more to reform fate. So, might as well take them down now while we can. We will subjugate King Eric's primary title and make him our vassal. So, let us go. Let's just raise men-at-arms first, the hammer. Well, the hammer shouldn't have onagers in it, but it's just how things turn out. And of course we're doing this in, you know, winter. Close to spring though, so we can have a hope there. Scheme court, let a traitor be known to all. From in jail. Can buy your freedom. Move my guys up here. There's another raiding army, so have to see how we want to deal with that. Him in court, throw him in jail. Again, people can hate me, but it gives me money, and honestly, again, as I said, I'm gonna remove a lot of them later anyways. So, it's perfectly alright. It's a weird progress I'm seeing, yeah. It goes up and down, up and down. We're luckily still feeling fine, so that's good. You guys have war with someone else. No. We have Tuscara. Gonna move you to deal with that army. Honestly, take this army first. If we can grab someone just while we're passing by, technically. I do not want to lead troops because I am close to death. So it would be a horrible idea to have me lead troops. Okay, we already chosen to go there, so we'll go the long way. Game of Riddles, we'll use the learning challenge. Gain some bonuses. Björg Gautske. Fine. Let us move to siege. We have found the Swedish army. It is coming straight for us. Into defensive positions, man. We ripped the all apart. Okay, that's a bit more gruesome than I expected. This is a pretty big raider army though, so... Are they helping their king? Or are they just, you know, doing the raiding stuff? I don't even know. Again, we are going to be changing out a lot of the people in the realm, so I'm not too bothered. Stole Ulfhilder's sword. It's an okay sword. It's not great, not terrible. Some prisoners in the siege. Chieftain, good. Give me money. Hostile army. Okay. He'll get this done before I get the north done, so we'll just go down and smack his army instead. It's a better choice, straight up. And we can also try and smack this army, High Chieftain Linnick. Terracotta toy fowl. That looks like a statue, not a fowl, but okay. Whatever you say. Let us go ahead and ransom those we can. War is so profitable at times. I think I'm making more money doing this than I would from, you know, staying peaceful, if you will. So, if I want to be cheesy, what I could do is just start wars with the you know, the whole goal is get as many prisoners as possible. And then, you know, like, just release the area that we took. But we will be taking an area from France. We will be taking Flanders, purely because it's both Dutch, and it also has a French area, so we can steal the you know, chivalry. Maybe this one. I don't know if we want it. We'll have to see, maybe. Slightly more prone to injury during battles. The number of Nightstone injury resistance from prowess is good, so I'll have to consider that as well. But we are causing some problems. There's still a lot of, annoying people running about here, though, so I'll have to deal with that. But generally, we are starting to suffer a lot of attrition here, so I think we'll end it with this, because the war is over. We have won. Shall enforce demands, and so be it. There we go. Sweden is now under our domain, and we can vassalize this guy peacefully, so we shall do so. But we are over our vassal limit by quite a bit by doing so, so we'll have to fix that. Now, here's the easiest way to fix that, is to make a new Duke of Moray. But again, I want to wait with this until we are there, but I know someone who is gonna stay here no matter what, and that is the guys over here. So I can turn these three into one. I don't think I will need to interfere with them. Who knows? Maybe. The chieftain of the Nord area. There we go. How are we looking here? Can we upgrade? It's gone down to 800. We will pass the law. And if worse comes to worse, we will just force the absolute tribal authority. We'll force it. Now, with this, we can now start to revoke titles. And I have a claim to these titles, so anyone who rises up as a result of that will be, evil. And as you can see, a lot of them actually did. So that's actually really beneficial to me. The fact that this guy, the Jarl of Jorvik, did is beautiful because I want to take his lands. But this also requires me to basically raise all men. Because there is a lot of enemies. So we'll just have to cut them down one by one. That's basically the idea here. We'll have one army that basically just runs around slapping all of them. One by one. And the rest will be on, siege duty. So I got 3 of the counties that I'm after to... No, not even 3, only 2. That's fine though, because that means I have another opportunity to force a revolt without getting tyranny. So, all in all, it's a good thing. And we can also get money from, our own people here. So, it's not evil to execute these guys because they're, Catholics. I will have to deal with the Northern Army though at some point. And honestly, we can also split these guys up a little bit with the sieging to speed it along. The Berkshire is under siege. You have something. Let's move you up there. You and move you up there. It's actually there. I need to find a holding that actually has walls and send them there instead of just randomly around. But yeah, we'll move these guys up. We'll have them deal with, the Jarl of Jorvik's army. And then we can start working. No, Sidrea did not rise up. Strathclyde did. So again, it's an okay scenario right now. I feel like very okay scenario. We will be doing a lot of realm cleanup, so it's not bad. We'll also be moving our realm capital pretty soon. You are still working on culture promotion. We'll actually lose cultural acceptance if I forcefully convert the land. That's actually interesting. Some of you just siege the capital because they have 1,000 men left up there, but I can't see them as a threat. That's the thing. So we'll just quickly siege the capital of the North Riding, and then we'll move north. Mayor, good. A chieftain, better. A reeve, good. We captured enough people now to... We keep getting more people. I think things are going okay. This rebellion should be quickly put to rest. order an air hostage. Let's see here. We'll do this, and again, we'll try and ransom all of them, because money is money, and those that I can't ransom, we will, you know, execute. That's an act of tyranny, though, so I don't know. What do I want to do with you? I get a weak hook on him, I guess. Now, I don't remember which one of these I'm actually, you know, ransoming for money, so let's just wait for a little bit. Countess, ransom for money, act of tyranny. Okay, so they would not accept it. Then we can get rid of them like so. Would not accept it. That's an act of tyranny, though. Let's give me a weak hook. Now we could just straight up, you know, I believe we have. Yeah, there we are. Now we could straight up just end it here, and I think we will, because there's no reason of dragging this out any longer than it has to be. We will be fighting a lot more wars in future. I gain dread. I imprison a bunch of people. So we will do so. We'll also disband all. And as I said here, there will be a lot of land now that will be losing their owners. So as you can see, I can take all of his land here because he rose up. So we will do just that. And then we will execute him for, you know, being a threat to the realm. Take the Earldom of Berkshire. And then we will execute you. Because, again, claimant. The Isle of Jorvik, though, is kind of different, I think. Yeah, I cannot take everything. I can only take some of it. But we will take this from him. The Isle of Earldom of Jorvik. And if I were to take more... Oh, I can actually take more. So... yeah, we'll take that. More would be, you know, tyranny, so we will ransom him. Oh, I can't ransom him, so he can just stay in jail. We will revoke your Earldom of Oxfordshire. Then we will execute. Okay, so we will revoke your title as well. Then we will again execute. Revoke title. Done. Then again execute. Countess. Could, you know, ransom her, but rather than that we will remove the title. Then we will just execute. There we are. So with this we have claimed a lot of land for ourselves. We could start handing it out. Or, you know, we could continue with what I was saying. The rebellion needs to be dealt with. Now, Wessex is fine to some degree. Cornwall is good too, but the problem is the, you know, the opinions here. So we'll have to see how we do it. Again, opinion is a problem, but we shall revoke this title too. And let's see here. The new vassals that I place won't, if I don't go for any offensive wars, it shouldn't be a problem to start handing out the titles now. So let's have a look here. You are also true, and you are Norse. You are kind of wrong. But I can start handing out, you know, the counties that I am planning to just random people. Now, I'm going to grant you these two. Can't I grant my realm capital, which makes sense. We'll move our realm capital to London. And we will leave Norway now. This episode has probably been going on for quite a while. Yeah, it has. So, we will continue dealing with the rebels. We'll also give away the Earldom. But as I said, we will continue dealing with the rebels for a while. This episode will go a little bit further. Again, these will be the lands that I personally hold, so we won't do anything about that. We will increase control, though, in the lands that we've taken. Bedford, Holmatoon, Berkhamsted, we're keeping. This one we are not keeping, so we'll grant to, your culture, your fate. We'll use that move, that option. He does not like me, though, because as you can see, unreformed tribal, high tribal authority, Ulster duchy. So, you can see he has some goals here in life. But, again, it's just hand it over to who we can. Now, if these guys rise up against me, it's just me having made a problem for myself, but I don't assume they would instantly rise up when I now will start, taking other things. The other concern, Oxfordshire, is that part of what I want to hold? No. The other concern that I have is, again, if I go a little bit too hard on the tyranny, that we get a few problems. So currently we're holding everything. We handed out everything we wanted to. So with that, we can now continue. Have we forced a revocation of the title? We will revoke it. And let's see, do we have any other claims? We do not. So if we want to do anything more with this, like revoke titles from anyone else, we're going to probably have to change our fate first. She rose up by herself, so, brave girl, but a bit hopeless, honestly. Yeah, Fasti will just stay here for the time being. So again here, we could, again, try and force some, revolts, but I think it's fine. Hopefully the anger will have subsided a bit. I want to revoke this county though. Or, retract vassal. It'll cost 5 opinion loss, but that's fine. It's a vassal within my borders, so I'd like to, keep control of them. This is a problem too, the fact that he's a yellow connacht. See, yeah, revoke title. Okay, and with that we can now grant to, well, this one we won't grant to anyone. This one I should keep, but as the things are, it's kind of awkward. So I guess we can do this one, and we'll find someone who's super old. Harryolfer. Yeah, we will grant you the title of Buckinghamshire. You're very old. You shouldn't be able to get children, I think, before you perish. You're poor and ailing, so if so, I might have to, make a play for it, but I think it's fine. It should be fine. Decision available, raise a runestone. You can see my domain and vassal taxes have gone down quite a bit. Quite aggressively down on my dad. It was 20 not long ago. So, we've gotten some of the rebellious things fixed. I still need to do, fix this guy. If I tried to revoke it, it would be, tyranny. I kind of have to, just to fix the borders. So what we are probably going to have to do here is try and use this man to basically create a bunch of counts at this point. That's honestly what we're going to have to do here. Halfdan of Mercia, Chieftain of Schleswig. Wait, do you hold... Ah, okay, that explains why. Who's your heir? You heir to both of them. Okay, so I need to wait for you to grow up if I want to do this. Or, kill you and then kill her. It would seem that would be the way to go. If I want to fix this without, revoking. So these are good, I believe. They're okay. There might be, people who are, Calic and Welsh in them, but we can fix that later. Is it viable to retract everything here? It's not, because we have this huge land mass over here. The fires of rebellion would rise high up in the air. I'll have to think. We might try and go Tyrant next time, but I'll give it a think for before we start next one. Thank you for watching. It's been a long episode. My plans have changed quite a bit, as you have noticed, but we'll have to consider how we want to play this. We might just reform Fate and then release this area. We might keep this area, but as you know, a colony of sorts. Um, but it depends how things play out. We have 16 direct vassals above the limit, which of course is hurting my income. That is what's hurting my income, not anything else. So I might want to fix that. Like if an area has people who are, you know, correct everything, as a true Anglo-Norse, I can just create a duke there. And it seems like this area is basically set up correctly, so I should probably create a dukedom. And we should probably do the same in Jorvik and other places that have been cleansed, if you will, and get proper dukes down. These dukes will still hate me for, you know, being a tyrant, but I can roll with that. We can make it happen. We'll do that. It'll make things very, very interesting. We might lose the east. Our piety is high, so if we want to, we could try and do a quick reform here of the fate. Let's see here. We'll go equal, just because it's funny, more fun that way. Late clergy. Do we want a temporal one? Maybe. Marriage type, we'll switch to polygamous. No bastards. Divorce is always allowed. Cousin marriage is fine. Now, we could keep all this being criminal, but I want witchcraft at least to be accepted. That's fine. Clerical, recruitment, either. These are all good. Problem is that I'm going to have to switch these as well. So patron gods we don't really want or need. All we're going to switch that out with is ecclesiarchy, and that alone puts the cost above. And warmonger we're probably going to have to switch out with something else, because or we could just not do that. We could just keep it for now and then reform later. But it would require us to do offensive wars every now and again. I think this might work, but as you can see, we're missing 200 piety, so we could do that really, really soon. We wanted to. Beautiful rolling hoop has low durability. It's a child artifact, so honestly, I don't feel like it's worth pairing. But what we are going to do is continue this. Next time we'll probably go full tyrant, but we'll have to give it a go. We'll have to think and see, and hope we can figure out a good way to play it. Thank you for watching again. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.